Remove the roadblocks to success so you can flourish in your business. Co-author of Strategic Doing, 10 Skills for Agile Leadership, Scott Hutchison joins us now with advice on how to grow instead of stall. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. So, in a city full of small businesses looking to succeed, you say following a discipline of simple rules will, guide you on a right path. What do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean by that is that starting a business, growing a business is a complex undertaking. And the way in which you handle complexity is not by following a recipe, but by following a set of simple rules. That's what you see in nature. That's how geese fly across the sky as they're following the same set of simple rules. Don't fly too close to your neighbor. Don't fly too far from your neighbor, and fly in the same general direction as your neighbor. So figuring out those simple rules to manage complexity is what we urge leaders to do.
So, what can business leaders learn from, best in-class musicians to help teams and organizations improve performance?
Yeah, that might be an unexpected place to learn some lessons. But the book that we wrote, Strategic Doing, brought us into proximity with a virtuoso musician by the name of Yo-Yo Ma. He wrote the foreword to our book. So getting to know some virtuoso musicians, we thought, well, what is the connection between music at that high of a level and leading an organization? And we found that there are two or three key things that an organizational leadership might have in common with a virtuoso. Well, first of all, they want virtuoso performance out of their teams and out of their organizations. But then they also need to realize that virtuosos are rare and that, honey, you're probably not special. People that actually study virtuoso musicians know that there's only about 1 in 5 million or so that is born a prodigy. So most organizational leaders don't have what it takes to be a prodigy when it comes to organizing success, right? So what we urge them is to realize that you probably can't be a virtuoso soloist, but you can be a virtuoso section leader, if you will, or you can be a virtuoso conductor by surrounding yourself with the right group of people.
That's very true. All right. So we have the lesson from the musicians. We have those simple rules to follow. It can lead us to success. But why does it feel like successful leaders sometimes, destroy their own companies?
Yeah, you see it all the time, don't you? Big and small. And we think that part of that is that they try to act like a soloist. They don't have a level of what we call intellectual humility, of recognizing, you know what? As smart as I am, I might just be wrong, and I might not have all the information that I need. I've drawn inspiration from Tom Watson, who's the founder of IBM, because he said, you know what? I'm no genius, but I'm smart in spots, and I tend to stay in those spots. So I think that's the key for not destroying your company, recognizing you need to stay in your spots and surround yourself with people who are smart in different spots.
Very true. Okay, so that's one key, but what's the key to weathering uncertainty?
Yeah, I think it's much the same. Weathering uncertainty is best done by surrounding yourself with a talented group of people and try to achieve two things. Try to achieve cognitive diversity among the leadership team that you assemble. People that challenge your thinking, think in ways that is different than you. So you need to have cognitive diversity in place, but you also need to have a high level of psychological safety, which allows that wonderful diversity of thinking to surface, where people can take interpersonal risks, say the thing that might seem upsetting, but it's a really good insight that you need to hear.
Yeah. So a lot to focus on there, but is there anything in particular to focus on as a team?
Yeah, absolutely. Some colleagues of mine and I, we have a wonderful set of partners in the Netherlands, a company called Human Insight. We've actually done some research when it comes to startup and scale up teams. So I know in the Kansas City area and lots of places, there's a great emphasis on small businesses and entrepreneurship. And we found that having a cognitively diverse team around you, whether they're your employees or whether they're just advisors, that's the key to creating the kind of team that can start an organization successfully and move it to greater levels of growth.
That's amazing. Well, Scott, thank you so much for joining me this morning with all of these tips and tricks to make us more successful.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, to learn more on Agile leadership and how Scott can help, visit his website on your screen or email him as well. Those details are listed right there.